Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We have some really good news to talk about in today's video, and I am uploading this a bit later than I normally would, but guess what? Things end up working out sometimes, so we do have some additional news that I can share because of that. And when we look at the general crypto market, look at how nice this is. We've got green in so many different cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Solana. Your major cryptocurrencies are all holding on really, really strong. We can even see with Bitcoin itself, it is green on the day. Nice movement yesterday. Here on the daily, we actually see it slightly in the green at the moment, so a little bit of pullback going on from that high. But at one point, it was in the red. It went down to $62,400, and we saw a high around $64,200 that pulled back. And as I mentioned, we're sitting here $63,400. That is pretty close to the Fibonacci zone at $63,200. So it's not surprising to see that it's essentially trying to battle with this position, with the closure yesterday in green being slightly above that. Here, still trying to hold a little bit above it, showing some signs of life, and also trying to reclaim all those losses that took place back on June 5th. So looks like we may have hit a bottom on this. Let's go ahead and zoom out a tad bit. The Bollinger Band starting to collapse a little bit, starting to do that convergence, but it's still quite wide. So I'm not going to be surprised if we see a higher level of volume. We did have some big volume back here on June 4th and June 5th, but as it is right now, we are seeing it a bit slower for the day. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the latest news. So first up, we have major news from Senator Cynthia Lummis, who goes on to say that the Clarity Act passed committee. The floor is next. We did not come this far to quit at the 5-yard line. A lot of people are rooting her on that this will get passed and that everything will be okay. And let's go ahead and move on. Now, another bit of major news: over 200 organizations unite to call on our government to pass the Clarity Act. It's time. And just look at how many of these different companies are on this listing here. We've got some very interesting ones like Pizza DAO. There's Pop there. We see Uniswap. We've got Satoshi Paradigm. I mean, the list goes on and on. Circle is on there, Liquid Agent, a lot of big names. And let's go ahead and move on to the next bit of news. So, Fed Master account loading. You got Clarity Act loading, BIS announcement loading, Swift and DTCC announcement loading, BlackRock XRP ETF loading, Japanese carry trade loading. There's a lot of stuff that's in the works here that looks like it could be very big for crypto. And moving on, the real Remy relief, they go on to say, I told you, Bank of America XRP BOA XRP announcement is incoming. Told you a while ago. Remy knows, months and weeks in advance. Maybe now the haters can go kick rocks and leave us future XRP millionaires alone. Always giving you the heads up with as much time as possible to pay your bills and invest. I still believe 100 in a $1,200 to $1,700 XRP. I mean, look, I would love that to happen. I really doubt that we're going to see that happen. Really, really doubt it. But if it did, I would be happy. And they say, I pray for it all for all of us. It's been a long, rough road. God will deliver. God is good. And so you just see here in the captured image, B of A plans to launch real-time cross-border payments. This is some big news. And it says, forward look, B of A's service should launch in the next quarter. So we might know very soon some very, very big information. And from Smoke, yes, XRP has a long history of explosive price uncoilings. Institutions are acutely aware of XRP's ability to outperform the entire market in a short period of time. This occurred on several occasions and caught the masses off guard every time. It's important to recognize that these periods of outperformance were driven purely by speculation and the token's characteristics, not by utility, adoption, ETFs, or regulatory clarity. Excessive speculation alone was enough for XRP to deliver higher returns than the rest of the market. The crypto market is now shifting from pure speculation to utility-driven price action. Utility is a far more powerful and sustainable force than the hype that drives XRP's moves in the past. Explosive price action will return for XRP. It will be even stronger this time around. This is your warning, and then they provide documentation as well. And up next, Insight, XRP, and Bitcoin are the only crypto that have remained in the top 10 by market cap since 2014. This is per CoinGecko. There is a crypto exchange called BTCC. If you guys have not heard of this exchange, where have you been? Because it's actually been around for 13 years. And you're going to get access to over 300 crypto futures, up to 250x leverage, and there's no VPN or KYC required to get started. There are bonuses as well. So when you use my referral link, you can get a 10% deposit bonus when you make your first deposit over $500 of USDT. And these bonuses can go all the way up to $10,055. So if you want to check this out, or if you're ready to get started, you can find that referral link down in the description below. And from BSCN, XRP to reach $6 in 2026. So we're talking literally 6 months here for it to hit this price point. So they go on to say that they asked 3 LLMs how high Ripple's native XRP token will climb in 2026. Here's what they got from ChatGPT. My number, $4.20 XRP at its peak during 2026. So they're literally using a meme reference. Grok, around $4 to $6 as a realistic high for XRP in 2026. So similar range. Claude, here's the honest version. It is not a dodge. Nobody can give you a reliable single number, and anyone who hands you one with confidence is either guessing or selling you something. And the prompt was, how high will the price of Ripple's XRP token go in 2026? Don't dodge the question. Give me a number. And up next, just in XRP trading volume jumped 16.01% in 24 hours, crossing $2,130,000,000. Ripple is walking into a room with SAP, Evonik, and DZ Bank tomorrow. Corporate treasury teams are asking how to handle real-time liquidity, stablecoins, and cross-border payments in 2026. Ripple already has the answer, and that answer is, you guessed it, XRP. XRP open interest just hit its lowest level since before the bull run, and smart money is quietly re-entering. OI peaked at the open interest, peaked at $1.4 billion in January of 2025. It's now bled out to near cycle lows. But those two blue arrows, that's institutional positioning, quietly building, not retail panic buying. And Ripple CTO Emeritus David Schwartz says XRP utility is expanding beyond payments as the XRP ledger adds support for tokenized stocks, funds, repos, and loans. Japan's ruling party just proposed yen stablecoins for Asian payments, crypto ETF legislation. This is the Ripple use case getting government validation in real time. And CFTC established joint data standards under the Financial Data Transparency Act. Fed, SEC, Treasury, FDIC, and 5 other agencies aligned. Common identifiers for entities, currencies, and products across all regulators. The financial system is being standardized from the inside out. And we also see right here that the stock market earlier turned red. We were looking at $430 billion wiped out from the US stock market in just 90 minutes. And now let's go ahead and turn to take a look at what's going on with the price action for XRP. So yesterday, it did close out green, looking really good. And when we compare what's going on here on the day with Bitcoin and that of XRP, we can see that Bitcoin is very close to turning red. XRP itself actually holding quite strong. It's pretty close to the daily high. One point we did see it up at $1.18, 18.5 cents, currently at $1.18. And we had a low of $1.13. So it's still holding above $1.10, trying to work its way back up to $1.20. It's pretty close to this at the moment. And also we can take a look here. We see that we have the Fibonacci that is at $1.40. Still gonna need a little bit of a climb there. The Bollinger Band itself is still quite wide. This expanded out quite a lot. We actually see the bottom band being the most of the expansion out of the 3 points. The upper band essentially moving sideways. We got the median line dropping down just a tad bit here, but we are trying to make that climb back up. And no, that wasn't you guys. That was actually me. So let me clarify that. And the median line, we're going to need to get to about $1.28 if we want to try and pass above the median line. And we also see that that previous triangle pattern, yeah, it's essentially all but invalidated at this point. So we were looking at this back on May 30th. It did get rejected there. We wanted to see if it could re-enter that territory. And those days since then, it's been just doing its own thing. A massive drop here, potentially bottom out, trying to make its climb back up. I'm not really looking at this too strong, but if somehow it did try to manage to push itself back up, essentially $1.40, that Fibonacci zone, looks like we're right on track to go to that around the middle of June. June 13th to June 15th, right around in that range. We might see an attempted retest of $1.40, but I would not be surprised if we have potentially some large candle action that happens in 1 or 2 days. And that's what I got for you guys. These are just my opinions. I'm not a financial advisor, not financial advice. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. To my Patreon supporters, if you'd like to show support, I am Crypto Atlas over there. Or you can become a YouTube member. Be safe, God bless, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.